Hello, Violent System.
What's up?
What's going on?
What's going on, guys? How the fuck you doing, man?
Good, how are you?
Fucking great, dude. We just got done blasting your new track, man, and that shit is fucking insane, dude. Like, what the fuck?
Hell yeah.
I'm serious, man. I cannot wait to see you guys fucking devastate the stage October 5th, man.
Hell yeah, we can't wait either.
Yeah, we're excited, man.
It's going to be badass, dude. It's going to be fucking awesome, man. So, for everybody out there listening, man, we got Violent System on the air with us. Can you tell us a little bit about like what's going on in your world, man? What have you guys been up to lately?
So, after a summer tour last year, we signed our record deal with Dark Sales Entertainment, and our first album through them comes out July 5th.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, it's titled Chronophobia. Frailty of Flesh is the third single we've released for it. It follows Horrors of Belief and Reborn in the Sickness. There's 2 more tracks on the album following that.
Fuck yeah, man. It's fucking badass, dude. Everything I've heard so far from you guys is just, I love it, man. I cannot wait to hear the whole album.
Hell yeah, appreciate it.
Appreciate that.
So I'm good friends with Dark Sales too, man. Tell us what's the experience been so far like working with them, man.
I mean, excellent. Like, we started as friends. I mean, like, they, started coming to shows. They were fans of ours, and they put the tour together that we did last year with Subdivisions and Truth to Power. And just from hanging out with them throughout the tour, we ended up working out a deal, and this whole process has been absolutely incredible. They've really helped us out with a lot, and you could just really tell that Cody and his whole team really, really care.
Hell yeah, man. Cody's awesome. Truth to Power is badass too, man. Fucking.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, they're good friends of ours.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. So give us a brief history on the band. Like, tell us how long you guys been doing this, and how did you get started, and everything like that, man.
So we started kind of like unofficially in
2015, I believe.
Yeah, in 2015. Me and John started just as a studio project, just doing stuff for fun. And after we put out our second EP in 2017, we kind of decided that we might have something special on our hands. So we decided to get a full band together. And we ended up recruiting a full lineup and put out our first full length Gehenna in 2019. And we've just gone on from there. Have gotten heavier, just overall better, I would say.
One would hope.
Yeah.
Progressed.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. The name Violent System, how did you guys come up with that? Is there a story behind that?
Yeah, so our very first EP, you actually can't find it anywhere online. It was a drastically different sound. Instead of the orchestra and more like standard death metal that we play now, it was, instead of orchestra, we had a lot more synth elements and techno stuff. And it was we had this whole concept about robots and stuff, very Terminator-esque. And at the time, we wanted a name that kind of reflected that, sounded kind of death metal-y but futuristic. So we decided on Violent System. And even once the sound changed, we were already more or less kind of established. So we just didn't change the name.
So was it more of an industrial thing?
Yeah.
I'd say so.
Yeah, sure. In industrial death metal, we just weren't very good at it. And it ended up coming across more because with me writing the music, I'd come from more of a metalcore background at the time. And so the music just sounded more like like deathcore with
like a poor man's Born of Osiris or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it wasn't anything like what we sound like now. That's why like I'm all for having like people being able to like hear the growth of the band over the years.
Yeah.
But just the change from that first EP to what appears to be our first EP, but is actually our second EP, Instinct. The change was just so drastic. I was like, yeah, that doesn't exist. That was like a trial run.
Hell yeah, man. Well, fucking, I don't know. I haven't heard that one, so I can't say anything about it. But I mean, from what I've heard from this new stuff, dude, it's just fucking amazing, man. Are you guys recording this in a studio, or are you doing this at home? Like, how are you doing that?
So this EP, so everything that you've heard so far was recorded in our kind of like our respective home studios. I run a recording studio. Our other guitarist Brian has a studio at his place. Our bass player has his own studio, and we kind of just recorded all there. Drums were recorded at the Maelstrom studio, which is owned by Dark Sales. And then it was all mixed by Aaron Pace at AP Audio.
Yeah, drums is definitely a different beast, man. You got to have 1,000 fucking microphones and all kinds of shit to get that sound right, you know?
Oh, 100%.
But that's cool that you guys are doing this like DIY, basically. I mean, that's fucking cool, man. For all the gearheads out there, myself included, can you give us a rundown of some of the stuff that you guys are using, like amps, pedals, string, gauges, all that shit?
So with amps, me and Brian both exclusively use Kempers. We use, I believe the profile that we're using now is a 5153. Cabs, we play through Mesa cabs with, shoot, I forget what speakers they have in them now. That'd be a question for Brian. He's more of the gearhead than I am. Guitar-wise, Brian, our other guitarist, is actually a luthier, and he builds custom guitars. So Brian and I both play custom, one-of-a-kind 7-strings that he built himself. Our bassist plays Ibanez basses. Yeah, and me and Brian play through Kempers. Harry, our bass player, plays through a Helix.
Nice. Hell yeah, man. Dude,
yeah.
Those fucking, those profiles and shit, man, they're so fucking, I mean, technology has come so far, dude. Like, that stuff, it sounds so much better nowadays.
It's wild. Like, Brian and I both were big, like, amp collectors. Mm-hmm. And once I got my Kemper and I profiled my amps, it was hard at first, but I just got rid of everything. I was like, I don't need anything more than just this. Like, it's literally every amp in the world in a box.
Hell yeah. Are you boosting it at all, or are you just going straight in?
No, I'm just going straight in.
Fucking badass, man. What about your strings, man? What kind of gauges are you using?
So I play Ernie Ball Cobalt. I believe it's 11 to 56. That might be wrong. Might be 62. I don't even know. I can't think.
What are you guys tuned to?
We play an A standard.
Damn. No wonder it's so fucking heavy, man.
Yeah. So yeah, we tune a whole step down.
It's like
on 7-string.
It's like fucking Nile, man.
Yeah. Exactly.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. So as far as influences, man, what kind of stuff did you guys listen to growing up that got you into playing music, and then what kind of stuff influences you as far as like now what you're doing?
Well, let's see here. Growing up, I always I guess went more towards like death metal, traditional death metal, like bands like Morbid Angel, Deicide, Death. I grew into bands like let me think here, like Dimmu Borgir, some of the melodic death metal bands, symphonic death metal bands. Think like Dark Tranquility, Arch Enemy, stuff like that. Got real heavy into that stuff. I mean, it kind of branches all back and forth. I think that's why Josh and I get along so well with our metal taste. But that's pretty much anything metal that sounded good in our ears.
Yeah, I mean, and even with me, like I was raised on, like my mom was big into like 80s hair metal, so like bands like Firehouse, Dokken, like all of those bands, Rat. I grew up on that, and then my dad was more like Metallica, Slayer, Megadeth. So I had a healthy dose of that growing up, Iron Maiden, and then once I hit like middle school, I got really into like that first wave of metalcore, like the new wave of American heavy metal. So like Chimera, God Forbid, All That Remains, Shadows Fall, Killswitch, all that stuff. Yeah. And it just got heavier and heavier from there. Like Devil Driver is probably my favorite band. But I same as John, I got super into like the Gothenburg melodic death metal scene. So like Dark Tranquillity, Soilwork, In Flames, At the Gates, like those bands to this day are like probably the biggest influence on my writing. But then, I mean, like John said, we listen to everything. I'll listen to anything from that's like super mainstream, like something like Wage War or Bad Omens, all the way to something like super, I don't know, grotesquely heavy, like Aborted or Analepsy. Like I listen to like heavy shit too.
I was gonna say the biggest help with discovering new music, especially with metal, at least at the time for me, was ironically enough AOL radio. I always had the subgenres, a subgenre of radio stations there for you, and I just delved from there, and that really broadened the metal taste, of course. And
see, mine was LimeWire. I used to steal a bunch of shit from LimeWire and just download everything that they had on there.
Hell yeah, man. Well, that, I mean, I'm fucking old as fuck, dude, so, like, I hear you, and, I started off with a lot of the hair metal stuff and back in the early 80s.
Hell yeah.
But I remember, we were living in Maryland, and we had a local, college radio station that was on FM, and they would play all kinds of fucking, like, heavy metal, like, I don't know. I remember when they played Sacrificial Suicide from Deicide right when that first album came out, and I was tape recorded it, dude, and I was like 12 years old, man. I put that shit on the fucking stereo, I blasted it. My mom was at work. She came home, the fucking windows were fucking rattling. She's like, what the fuck is going on? I'm like, this is fucking badass. You gotta listen to this. She's like, she just started laughing. But like,
it's the devil's music.
Oh, man. It was fucking awesome, dude. Like, that shit blew my mind, dude. Fucking,
yeah.
Ever since, I've always been on a quest for the heavier, just finding out. But I've always loved, just all the different eras and different genres that come out. And, I'm still, to this day, man, I'm still just getting into new music and checking shit out. But, yeah, Deicide was a huge influence, man. I actually got to talk to Steve Ashim a few weeks ago on the show, and
hell yeah,
super cool fucking dude, man. Just totally chill, and yeah, man, those guys.
Dude's a legend.
Yeah, have you ever seen them live?
I have. I got to see the Deicide at the Earl. I want to say this was 2016, so in Atlanta.
Hell yeah!
Smaller venue, a little bit more intimate. They were cool. Glenn was cool. I got to meet him. Got a picture with him. Real cool guys. I forget who else they were there with, but yeah, overall awesome guys. Played a hell of a show too.
Yeah, they do, man. It's fucking insane how they can play just that fast, man. It's just fuck.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy, man. Hell yeah. Well, for people out there listening, where can they go? Where's the best place they can go to support you guys, buy some merch, buy music and stuff like that?
So, you could pre-order our new album, Chronophobia, which comes out July 5th, on the Dark Sales Entertainment Bandcamp page. We have some cool pre-order packages there with some really cool shirt designs. And then otherwise, if you just want to listen to the album, we have a bunch of music videos, both from this album and previous albums on YouTube. Our entire catalog, outside of the first shitty album, is on Spotify, Bandcamp, Apple Music, literally everywhere. If
Any
you
streaming service, really.
yeah, anywhere you listen to music, you'll find us. Just look up Violent System.
Hell yeah. Do you guys have any announcements that you want to let people know about? Any shows coming up or anything like that?
So July 5th, we have our CD release show at the Masquerade in Atlanta. And then August 30th or 31st?
31st, I believe.
August 31st, we're playing a big free outdoor festival in Atlanta in Little Five Points. Really excited for that. And then as of right now, the only show after that is Metal Devastation Fest that we're super excited for.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Dude, what can you tell us to for all the people out there that's coming to the fest, man? What can you tell them to expect? What are they going to see when you guys hit the stage, man?
We love to have a good time on stage. We go fucking ape shit the entire show. Lots of sweat, lots of fucking with each other on stage. We aren't one of those death metal bands that looks really angry and pissed off the entire time we're on stage, like you just killed our dog. We like to smile, we like to have a good time, we like to fuck with the crowd, but at the end of the day, we love just putting on a really, really good show that, you know, you'll never forget.
Hell yeah. What kind of merch are you guys bringing, man? Because these people around here, dude, I'm telling you what, man, they save up all fucking year, dude.
So we're going to have several shirts, quite a bit, actually, now that I think about it. We have several shirt designs that we'll be bringing. We're looking at getting possibly some jerseys made. Probably going to do a limited run of those that might only be available for the festival, the outdoor festival in Atlanta, and Metal Devastation. And then we have like keychains, stickers, CDs, all that standard stuff.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. All right. Well, so far in your career, what's one thing that you can think of that sticks out in your mind? Something that you've seen on tour or something like that, or maybe at another some other band's show or something like that that's crazy, fucked up. What's the most fucked up, crazy thing you've seen so far, man?
Oh Lord.
Oh shit, man! You put us on the spot. That's it.
I love asking that one.
I don't even know. Years ago, I think for me, like I said, just, like put me on the spot. I'm sure I probably have a better one, but the first thing that came to mind years ago, I saw Spine Shank, and there were these two guys, two of the ugliest motherfuckers I've ever seen in my entire life, but they were giant. And right before, like, Spine Shank's intro was playing, and these two motherfuckers put in mouth guards and proceeded to beat the shit out of like 20 people in the crowd. Like, it was like a scene out of like 300. This was all during Spine Shank's first song. They were fighting security guards. And then, like, by the time Spine Shank's first song was done, these guys were gone. They left.
Holy shit.
Never saw them again. Don't know what the fuck it was about. Wildest thing I've ever seen at a show. Scariest thing, I'm sure I'll meet you in Tennessee. I'm not a very big guy. Scared the fuck out of me because I was like, oh, this is how I'm going to die. I was like, I never thought I would die at a Spine Shank show, but I guess this is it.
Yeah, I feel you, man. I'm a fucking hobbit myself, dude. So you'll see when we meet, dude. Yeah, fucking, yeah.
I can't think of. Well, I know when there was one time seeing Terror. That mosh pit was insane.
I mean, any
that was
show.
Yeah, I was gonna. That was you definitely saw some people in there that were there to definitely just fight people and not really there for the band.
Then there was the time you and I went and saw Flesh God Apocalypse, and a massive pit broke out behind us, and I was up against the barrier because I'm a huge Flesh God Apocalypse fan. I wanted to be front row, so I'm pressed up against the barrier, and John, our vocalist, is like twice my size. He's a big son of a bitch, and I see these two giant arms come around like either side of me on the barrier, and it was John, like putting a wall between me and the pit. And at the time, I was like 25 years old. And I looked up at him. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? He's like, don't worry, I'm not going to let them hurt you. And I was like, am I your prison bitch? I'm like, what do you mean?
Oh, man.
But yeah, that was funny. I like telling that story too.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, man. All right, well, I'm about out of questions for you guys. Is there anything else you want to let people know?
No, I mean, just check us out. Hit us up. We love like messaging people back. If you want to like shoot us a message, if anyone has any questions for us, feel free to hit us up on Instagram, Facebook. We'd be happy to message back.
We're looking forward to meeting each and every one of you at the show.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and be ready for us to bring the heat.
Hell yeah.
Dude, we're going to have a blast, man. Before I let you guys go, can I get you to make us a station tag real quick?
Hell yeah.
All right, whenever you're ready, say something like, this is Violent System, and you're listening to Metal Devastation Radio.
What's up? This is Violent System. This is Josh and John from Violent System, and you're listening to Metal Devastation Radio.
Fuck yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right, dudes. Well, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to blast some more Violent System for these motherfuckers so they can go crazy, man.
Hell yeah.
All right, man. We'll talk to you later.
All right.
Sir,
We'll see you
take care.
soon.
Appreciate you.
We'll talk to you soon, actually.
Yeah. See you soon. Bye.
October 5th.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Hell yeah, dude. Later, man. Cheers.
See you.
There you have it, folks. Violent System live on the Zach Moonshine Show with Metal Devastation motherfucking radio. Like I said earlier, put your speakers in your windows, put them in your front lawns. Do whatever you got to do, man. If you don't see U-Haul trucks everywhere tomorrow, what the fuck are you doing, man? Get a louder stereo system or something, dude. Like, fucking turn that motherfucker up, man. This is fucking badass. This is,